Good morning. I lost my job. What should I do? That's the question that many people are asking these days. We had a very rough week. Today is Friday, March 27, 2020, where this coronavirus crisis going on. Jobless claims SOAR past 3.28 million to a record high. So this week, only this week, 3 million people, 280,000 applied for unemployment insurance because they lost their jobs. It's a huge number. It's a huge number considering that in the last crisis, the last number that we saw that was very dramatic was in March of 2009, where people filing unemployment claims was 665,000. So just imagine, 665,000 was the last huge number that we saw. Huge crisis, Lehman Brothers, the mortgage fail and the bubble, real estate bubble, the Great Recession, the last one that we saw, 665,000. The current, in 1 week, $3,280,000. There's a lot of people outside, and with no jobs, and I'm getting a lot of calls about this. What should I do? My name is Llanos. I'm the managing broker of 24-Hour Real Estate. My office is located here in the Ukrainian village in Chicago, Illinois. You are at my YouTube channel, and I talk about money and real estate. Things that I have a passion for. I like helping people to build wealth, to be financially independent, and that's everything that I talk. That's my passion. I'm completely honest and open in everything that I do. Okay. So we live in unprecedented times. We never had a situation like this, and obviously the country was not prepared for that. We were not prepared for that. So what should we do about it? Okay. Well, the first thing is we need to calm down. The government already showed a commitment that they're going to do anything and everything to get this crisis go away as quick as possible. So they're saying that they're going to dump in the economy $2 trillion. They're sending checks. They're sending money to people. They're injecting loans to small business. I think they're taking pretty much. That's what you should do. Okay, there's not so many options. You cannot let the economy die. Okay. So I think that's on its way. This is very important to understand that this is something temporarily. What happened in 08, 09, that crisis was different, and this is completely different. The reason that you have 3 million people unemployed is because just imagine that the economy is a big machine, and you have with the button on and off, you just press the off button. You're not allowing people to work. You're shutting down businesses. You're shutting down cities. Okay. Well, guess what happens? This is what happens. Now, on the same token, the hope is that when you switch to on, when you turn on the economy again, things go back, hopefully to normal. Now, people ask me, are we going to go back to the war that used to be 3 weeks ago? Economically, maybe. If the economy lasts, if this virus and problem, if the economy is shut down for 2-3 weeks, I think that the recovery is going to be very quick, and things will go back to normal. If we shut down the economy for more than a month, 2-3 months, things are not going to be the same. Okay. And we need to be clear about that. Many things are going to change. Many businesses are going to be permanently closed, and that's going to be sad. And that's the reason of this video. Many people are losing their jobs, and many people will not get them back, which is very sad. So we need to think about the next step. First thing, calm down, okay? Do not allow yourself to worry. That never helps. Focus your energy in reapplying to other companies, to other firms, and also retouching on your network. There's a lot of people that there's a lot of people that care about you. Give them a call, but don't make it like when the last time that you broke up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, you know. It's not about that. Just be pragmatic and say, hey, this is what's going on. These are my skills, and I really appreciate your help in these hard times. If you can just, within your own network, shoot my resume or put the word out there. This is the value that I can bring to companies. This is the value that I can bring into other people's life. This is what I know what to do best. That type of thing. The second thing is apply for unemployment right away. So get those checks going so at least you can cover your basic needs, you know. So contact the Labor Department, state, if you're in Chicago, the state of Illinois. Make sure that you start apply for unemployment and you get some money to your account. Number 3, do a weekly budget. Right now, you cannot spare yourself drinking or eating out or spending $5 in a Starbucks, you know? No more delivery food. Go out to your groceries, be very frugal, you know? So keep that money as much as you can. Number 4, make sure not to get sick. Don't get sick. It's expensive and you're gonna lose your focus, you know, because if you get sick, you're not focusing on recovery. So that's the last thing that you need to do. Make sure that you're taking vitamin C, make sure that you're healthy, that you are eating healthy as much as you can. You need to make sure that you're healthy. Number 5, meet your parents, meet your friends, leave your pride out. You're unemployed, you know, things are bad. Make sure that you use this opportunity to strengthen the relationship that you have around you, you know. Many people sometimes they portray themselves as self-sufficient, that they don't need anybody around. We are social animals, we need other people. And, in Spanish there's a saying, hoy por mí, mañana por ti. So, you know, if you ask for help right now, make sure that tomorrow when terrible tables turn, you help people, you know. When you help people, and I try to help as many people as possible on a daily basis. I try to give referrals. I try to help as many people as possible, because in times like this, you're gonna need to knock their doors, and people remember, and you should remember next time. So you should be helping a lot of people as much as you can. Looking further, what are the permanent changes that you should have in your life and your economy, personal economy? Number 1, savings. You know, I'm a frugal guy. I'm a frugal dude. I try to live with 30% of my income, you know. I try not to spend money so much and use that money to invest and save, because in times like this, you need it, especially if you have children, okay? Make sure to do that. Number 2, investments. You realize by now that if you have a portfolio of properties giving you passive income, like if you be collecting rents during these times, that money will help a lot. Well, I've been recommending that for years, and despite the problems that you have in collections during these times, because also your tenants are going to lose your jobs, you know, hopefully you are set up in a strategy that you still make money, and if you lose your job, oh well. You will recover and you will find another one, but you still have some income coming in, okay? Number 3, spouse. Make sure to marry correctly, and by that I don't mean to marry I'm not telling you to be a gold digger, to marry a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy. I'm saying marry someone that makes you grow, and you know, this advice probably is beyond this, but in times like this, if you have a husband or a wife that is also making income and is also bringing food to the table, you're gonna have less stress. And in general, for investments, if your partner, if your spouse is also on the same page, like they like investments, they like savings, they're frugal, they like to enjoy the things that you have at home with family, you know, you're gonna have a life much simpler and much happier. You know, so if you lose your job in times like this, and your spouse is also making money, well, you know, things are gonna be hard, because obviously you wanna be on the asset side of the equation, you wanna be bringing money, but you know what, you're not gonna need to worry about food or a roof over your head, because thanks God you pick correctly, okay? So let's make sure that you and your partner are on the same page, and that's your spouse, okay? Number 4, you need to acknowledge that there's a chance that your job might not go back. You know, there's technological change, there's automatization, and there's industries that with time they fade away and new industries come. So I always tell people, make sure to be ahead of the curve. I mean, don't think that your job is going to be there forever. And worse, don't feel entitled to your job and the things that are made right now. So make sure that you're ahead of the curve. If you see that there's a change in technology, if you see that there's something different, make sure that you learn new things, and then you already have the education and the capabilities for the new economy, okay? So you can transition better to a different job. Because if your job is fading away right now with this crisis, it means that it's not going to go back. So make sure to make that transition quicker, okay? The economy and life is always changing. Make sure that that's for the better, and that's a decision, a choice that you have. Number 5, side gig. Just make sure that you have different revenue streams in your household. That, you know, the times, I think, like in many ways, that ideal of the 50s where you have a breadwinner at home and a mother that stays at home with the kids, and the father working for General Motors or General Electric or some company that is going to give him a pension and benefits and he can retire. I don't know how idyllical is that, or if it was ever real, or was part of some sort of advertisement brochure from some financial planner. You know, I think it's more realistic to think that you should have different revenue streams. You have a job that may disappear, you know, the company may move away or maybe shut down, and then you constantly are learning new things so you can change to whatever comes after or to a different industry. You have some rental income from your properties that gives you some extra source of money that you can save, or you can take your family on vacation. And then you have a side gig, you know, like, I don't know, I have friends here in Wicker Park or Ukrainian Village where there are musicians on the side. So they make a couple of $100 or $300 weekly just for doing what they like, playing music. I have another friend, I told in another video the story that he had this pretty good job in Chase, downtown, working the corporate job, lost that gig, lost that job, but he was doing furniture on the side. He was building furniture on the side. When he was laid off, he got the time, so all of a sudden he started building a new company and he started fixing high-end furniture for, you know, people with money. So he was able to charge for a lot of fix-ups for quite a good amount of money, and now he makes a living and have 2 employees. Get a side gig. And I know it's hard, but just do something that is your passion. Because, I mean, I know you work 8, 10, 12, 15 hours a day, and after you're tired, you just want to go home and watch TV and relax. But try to find the time to develop your passion, because no matter what, we're always doing something else beyond that. So maybe your hobby, try to make some money out of that, okay? I think that's going to be important, especially in times like this. One more thing, if you're a hustler, if you like sales, if you like to be on the move, if you like financials, if you like money, if you like marketing, and you ever think that real estate is an option for you, always don't hesitate to call me. I have always opening positions for smart and eager and ambitious and energetic realtors in my company. My company is 24-hour real estate. We're here in Chicago, Illinois, in Chicago and Damon. And I think it's a beautiful career. You see a lot of construction, financial, marketing, sales, and it's a very challenging and it's a very rewarding career. If you ever think about real estate, think about me, not only for buying, selling, leasing, but also think about the possibility of as a great and amazing career. Again, my name is Llanos. I'm the managing broker of this amazing office, 24-hour real estate. I hope that I brought you some value in your life. If you have any further questions or if you need advice, please always don't hesitate to call me. I'm always here to help the community and help you. Have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you.